It's 2961. Earth's messed up, barely anyone left. Nature's taken over most of the planet. A small crew called the Last Ark just keeps moving, trying to survive. Cygnus is a killer hunter, and his main job is to find food and water for his crew. One day, he finds Elias and his dad, who are just looking for a new spot to live. Cygnus tells them to join up, figures he'll bring them along. But then, something messed up goes down. Elias's dad gets iced by these bad guys, the heretics. They go after Elias next. Cygnus jumps into action fast. He covers Elias and fights the heretics, taking them all down except one. He lets that guy go so he can go back and tell the others what happened. After that, Cygnus links up with Nova, his crew's sorceress. Nova tells Cygnus time's running out. They gotta find a way to live without the heretics always on their back. She tells him to talk to Shapa, the wise old man of the crew. Shapa's got a map with directions to save them. Cygnus ain't sure he can do it at first. He just sees himself as a hunter. But Shapa tells him straight up, Cygnus has what it takes to figure out how they keep going.
You have strength. Don't be afraid to use it.
When Cygnus finishes talking with Shapa, he finds Elias. Elias is still super bummed about his dad. Hearing about Cygnus's mission, Elias hands him his dad's bracelet. He asks Cygnus to carry it to anyone hiding out there to keep his dad's memory alive. As Cygnus starts his trip, he spots people from other tribes close by. He tries to hide in a canyon, hoping they'll just pass, but it doesn't work out like he planned, and he ends up getting captured. Cygnus wakes up tied, but he quickly figures out he's not gonna die right now. That's because the leader of the guys who got him needs him alive. Still, this dude named Isaac, who's mad about something Cygnus did earlier, keeps attacking him non-stop. Then a young woman steps in. She reminds Isaac what his boss said. That just pisses off another guy who punches her. But she doesn't just stand there. She fights back and takes him down. A bit later, Torek, the boss, shows up. Everyone shuts up the second he walks in. He calls for a girl they'd captured earlier. In front of everyone, he says their old deal's off. He starts messing with her. Suddenly, he gives Cygnus a weird choice. He offers him a knife, says if he kills the girl, he's free. Cygnus ain't having it and throws the knife away. To his shock, Torek's cool with it. He explains that if Cygnus had done what he asked, he would have brought trouble on his own people. After that, Torek leaves Cygnus tied up. They drag Cygnus along. Cygnus is confused, can't figure out why Torek didn't let him go. Mari, the young woman, tells him Torek has plans for him.
They want us alive.
They keep going until they hit this black sand place. Torek tells them, like it's a secret, that they've found the spot with all the answers. Out of nowhere, Torek orders his guys to jump Mari. In the middle of all the chaos, Cygnus and Mari fight like hell. Just then, the ground cracks open under them, and they fall into a hidden cave. They both breathe a sigh of relief, knowing Torek can't get to them for now. They start talking about their lives. Cygnus spills that he's not actually from the Last Ark, like everyone thinks. He's been trying to figure out who he really is. Mari tells Cygnus that them falling into the cave wasn't luck. She says he, without even knowing it, saved them from certain danger. They go deeper and find a room full of weird stuff, like it's the start of something new for them. Mari dips her hand in super cold water and suddenly hears whispers all around.
A crypt, made when the season of man came to an end.
She quickly gets that these whispers are from the people who died in the big disasters. She finds out the solution they've been looking for is about listening to their deepest feelings. With this new info, they know they gotta work hard to bring kindness back to the world. But knowing how rough the last survivors had it, Mari gets super sad and passes out. Right then, Cygnus hears a voice too. It tells him they can make a home anywhere if they have hope.
Anywhere in the world will be your home.
With new hope because he thinks he's found a way forward, he goes to find Mari. When he finds her, Mari realizes showing feelings is huge for everyone, but she's worried she can't do it like others. Cygnus, in a really sweet way, tells her she totally can feel just like anyone. In a super special moment, they kiss. Back at the safe spot, Shapa and Nova talk about their childhood before the world went to hell. Nova, who can see the future, shares some hopeful news. If the sickness and the young generation team up, they might make a better future. But she's also worried sick about Cygnus. He's been gone too long, and she's scared something bad happened to him before he gets back. When Shapa steps out of the small house in the woods, he finds Elias waiting for Cygnus to come back. Shapa tells him straight up that their crew's in a bad spot. Everything depends on Cygnus coming back with a solution. Deep underground, Cygnus finds a world map. It shows him something huge. There's land and water everywhere, meaning they can find a new place to live. With this new info, they decide to leave the secret spot through a door that leads to who knows where. Just as they're about to split up, Cygnus says he's going to distract Torek and his crew, so Mari has a better shot at getting away safe. But Mari cuts him off. her words hitting him hard.
I was set up to kill you.
That's when a way more complicated story comes out and what she really feels for him. She starts crying, spilling everything. She says she didn't know Torek when she made the deal. She only joined the tribe to learn survival skills, planning to leave later, but her plans changed when they saw how good she was at hunting. This news messes Cygnus up big time. He thought he'd found someone he could trust, maybe even love, only to find out she was sent to screw him over. He just walks away, leaving Mari to deal with her guilt alone. Cygnus heads back home, but not before he sees a threat from Torek carved into a mountain. The message is clear. Torek's coming for him, nowhere to hide. That makes him super worried about being safe. So, he keeps going carefully until he gets to the last refuge, where Shapa's waiting. They get back to the village, and the whole tribe is stoked to see them, treating them like heroes. A little girl asks him if he's still a hunter. His answer blows everyone's mind, even his own. He says what happened changed him completely. He doesn't want to hurt anyone anymore. Instead, he tells everyone to get ready for a long journey ahead. Meanwhile, Torek and Isaac are still chasing him. Isaac's losing his patience, doesn't get why Torek won't just attack the village head-on. Torek tries to calm him down, explaining they don't know how strong the village is yet, and it's dumb to attack without thinking. Isaac thinks Torek's just trying to protect Cygnus. Torek sets him straight. It's not just about Cygnus, it's about everyone's future. He wants to find a way to end this whole mess. Finally, Torek gets that Isaac just wants power. He gives him permission to do whatever he wants with the villagers if that's what he's got to do. Back at the last refuge, Cygnus meets Nova. He gives her a document he found in a cave from before the world ended. He also tells her Torek's tribe isn't looking for a fight. He starts to think he's got some big purpose, something others expect from him. After a special moment, Cygnus is shocked to see Mari waiting for him. They meet, and in a super emotional moment, they tell each other how much they love each other. Cygnus is pumped and decides to take Mari to meet Nova. Nova welcomes her to the tribe, saying she already saw Mari in her dreams, but the good times don't last. An old fisherman tells them bad news. The heretics are close, ready to attack. Cygnus gets ready to defend his people. With a heart full of love and trust, he tells Mari if he doesn't come back, she's got to lead their people to safety. Even though she's heartbroken, she takes on this big responsibility. She stays behind while Nova goes with Cygnus outside the village. Cygnus fights like a beast against the invaders, showing off his combat skills, taking down tons of them. But there are just too many, and they surround him. Right then, Torek shows up again. He sees the good in Cygnus's heart, but also warns him about a huge danger to Mari. In a super tense moment when the enemies wouldn't listen and were threatening Mari, Nova does something brave. She steps in and takes the hit. As Nova's dying in Mari's arms, she passes her powers and responsibilities to Mari, telling her to take her place right before she dies. In all this mess, Torek tells Cygnus a huge secret. They're brothers. Their mom left them a long time ago. This truth makes Cygnus burn with anger, even more so because of Torek's taunts. He decides to face him. Meanwhile, Isaac is having a big argument about powers and decides to leave with his crew, leaving Cygnus and Torek alone. Torek tries to get Cygnus to remember their past, how he'd backed him up, but Cygnus, focused on protecting his future from more danger, decides to end Torek. After that, Elias shows up to take Cygnus back to the village, where he finds Mari again. On the way back, Cygnus thinks a lot, like he's talking to Nova, believing there's still hope and they gotta keep going to protect their future. He wants to adapt and find peace. When he gets to the village, Cygnus talks to Shapa. Shapa tells him to listen to the wind, a sign that changes are coming. Shapa asks Cygnus if he'll go with them on their trip north. After thinking it over, Cygnus agrees. That's the start of a new chapter for his journey. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, see you in the next video.